Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to my reading journey. Hope we're all absolutely fine, and today, as usual, we're gonna continue with Aristotle's Nicomachean Ethics. And we're gonna start with the fourth book today, and it's first chapter, Generosity. So let's get started. Next, let us discuss generosity. It seems then to be the meaning about wealth. For the generous person is praised not in conditions of war, nor in those in which the intemperate person is praised, nor in judicial verdicts, but in the giving and taking of wealth, and more especially in the giving. By wealth we mean anything whose worth is measured by money. Both wastefulness and ungenerosity are excesses and deficiencies about wealth, and generosity is always ascribed to those who take wealth more seriously than is right. But when wastefulness is attributed to someone, several vices and are sometimes combined. For incontinent people and those who spend money on intemperance are called wasteful. That is why wasteful people seem the basest for these people. For these people have many vices at the same time. They make wasteful people seem the basest. These people, however, are not properly called wasteful, for the wasteful person is meant to have the single vicious feature of ruining his property. For someone who causes his own destruction, lays waste to himself, and so is wasteful, and ruining one's own property seems to be a sort of self-destruction on the assumption that our living depends on our property. This, then, is how we understand wastefulness. Whatever has a use can be used either well or badly. Riches are sometimes useful, and the best user of something is the person who has the virtue concerned with it. Hence, the best user of riches will be the person who has the virtue concerned with wealth, and this is the generous person. Using wealth seems to consist in spending and giving, whereas taking and keeping seem to be possessing rather than using. That is why it is more proper to the generous person to give to the right people than to take from the right sources and not from the wrong sources. For it is more proper to virtue to do good than to receive good, and more proper to do fine actions than not to do shameful ones. And clearly, the right sort of giving implies doing good and doing fine actions, while the right sort of taking implies receiving well or not doing something shameful. Moreover, thanks go to the one who gives, not to the one who fails to take, and praise goes more to the giver. Besides, not taking is easier than giving, since people part with what is their own less readily than they avoid taking what is another's. Further, those who are called generous are those who give rightly. Those who avoid taking wrongly are not praised for generosity, though they are praised nonetheless for justice, while those who take rightly are not much praised at all. Besides, generous people are loved more than practically any others, who are loved because of their virtue. That is because they are beneficial, and they are beneficial in their giving. Alright, guys, so we've started with the first chapter of the fourth book, and we're going to continue tomorrow on the next one. Thank you for joining me today in this reading session. I hope you enjoyed the journey. See you tomorrow. Bye.